How's it going? My name is Bronson Goodavage. Today I am joined with my father, Ed Goodavage, and we will be talking about AI, how AI affects the individual, and how AI affects society as a whole. So, how often do you use AI?
I use AI daily. I I use it mainly. I put on comedy shows. I have a radio show, and we have improv, stand up, and plus I'm in a band. So I use AI almost every day. I use it mainly. I use it for flyers, generating flyers and announcements and things for social media. And but then I also use it for fun. I use it to make like fun videos and little inserts for stuff. We've even used it for music, writing songs. Actually, we wrote the song. Well, I didn't do it. This was Don Benigno, my friend and kind of partner in the comedy stuff. He made a song called Dallas Sucks, all about the Eagles versus Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
and then took that and he played on his guitar and he ran it through AI and made it this like anthem, and it's amazing. It's so good. It's so much like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
so I use it all the time.
So, as AI art is becoming more mainstream, as more artists are using AI to develop their songs, their music, their paintings, whatever art form they're doing,
It's not going to be recognizable in 10 years from now what there is because the exponential growth of AI is just going to be absolutely mind-boggling, and what that leads to is going to be really interesting. But every kind of group has encountered this when new technology has replaced their job. What I think is going to happen is you're going to see there's going to be a call for the niche. You're going to have people that are going to use AI. It's a really helpful tool. Artists are going to use it in new, exciting ways. Like
hmm
artists take existing things and do something completely, something that you wouldn't think of doing with it. They do with it, and that's extraordinary. So you're going to see people do that with AI, and people are going to call for human connection on those things. So I think everything's going to go backward a little bit on some ways, where people are going to want things gritty, like vinyl is to digital copy in
definitely.
music. People are going to want that gritty. They're going to yearn for that feel and that connection to it. But then for me, with a business that's not quite a business yet, there's no money to pay a graphic design artist. I don't have $1,000 to make a weekly set of things, and I don't
hmm
have $10,000 to record a studio album. But I can pay $20 a month membership, like enrollment fee for an AI tool, and create things that are just as good and sometimes even better than what that person could have done. It's way more professional looking, already knows, and it happens instantly within 30 seconds to 3 minutes.
And that kind of leads us on to our next question. Do you use AI as a therapy tool?
I'm interested in it as a therapy tool. I looked into it. I use like more new understandings of therapy, but not as one. But I see some utility in it. I think that AI could be a really good supportive tool if engineered and properly set with psychologists, and like using that same thing, using the culmination of the fields of knowledge through what we understand to today, and having computing processing that is equal to like what a human can do, what not only a human can do but a lifetime of humans could do, can be done by a machine. That's going to be really interesting, because now if I'm a psychologist, if I'm a behavioral therapist, and I say, here's some tools and here's my assistant. Your assistant lives in your pocket every day. When you have problems, talk to your assistant. And maybe now that assistant will then be in contact with the therapist, with the psychologist, with the medical professionals. Whereas if you start asking questions that are dangerous, because like we talked about the person who's led to suicide, and
So, yeah, for a little context, there on the AI model ChatGPT 4.0, there have been numerous cases of suicide with a new phenomenon called AI induced psychosis. So basically, these people reach out onto any sort of open AI and describe their mental health issues and ask the AI for validation And instead of challenging the idea or safeguarding them, that the AI will validate them on their issues and offer support on how they can do unwell to other people or themselves.
There's going to be backdoor systems built into it where if somebody's talking about self-harm, it alerts a medical professional. It alerts their
Mhm.
family. It gives an alert and like sets out a red flag to everybody like, hey, it's going to be more of a communicative exchange, not your own personal robot.
All right, so that is going to wrap it up for this podcast today. I'd like to thank Ed Godavich, my dad, for being here. And yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching.